Yeah, ready?
Rolling.
All right, take 10. Kris Gethin and Ashley Nordman here. We just finished a chest workout and you did interrupt us when we were talking about back shaving. So luckily you did interrupt us. But we went through a real good chest workout. Thoroughly enjoyed yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great.
Can you flex your pecs like me now? No,
No.
you need to do that more often then. So we need to have a few more sessions in there. But just to talk you through the workout, because it was too noisy in there for us to talk, so we're actually giving you VO now. We started off with an isolation exercise, which is a chest activation movement that Ben Pekulski taught me when I was in Tampa there, where you go very light on a standing cable crossover machine with your arms kind of parallel, and we kind of squeeze together, and we pretended that these parts of the arms, the forearms, didn't even exist, and we were trying to get the inside of the arms to actually touch each other. And you go very light on this movement, and what this does is really activate the muscle fibers. It recruits all the muscle fibers so you can pre-fatigue the area, so the following exercises that we perform later, we don't have to go at such a heavy weight. And we were doing some pretty light weights, weren't we?
Kinda. You weren't, but I was.
Oh, right, okay. You should have gone the other way around. But it's a lot lighter than what you would normally do. So you take the stress and load off the joints and place it a little bit more into the muscle. So we did, what do we do, 3 sets of that, wasn't it? Of around 20 repetitions?
I'd say so, yeah. 3 or 4 sets.
Maybe it's about 15, but it sounds better if we say 20.
I started with 20, but then I got really tired, so I'm pretty sure it was down to like 12 to 15.
Yeah, we were playing the ego game, I think. We kept on racking up the weight and going heavier and heavier. But we kept it controlled, and following that, we went from onto an incline bench, and we put that within the cable crossover machine, and we actually performed a cable press there. Now when you're performing this, if you're looking at the VO right now, you'll see that both of our arms are shaking quite a bit, and that's normal. This is an exercise that neither of us are really used to, and especially as you're going heavier, you will get a little bit of movement, so you have to be careful that you keep your arms tight so you don't put too much stress upon like the rotator cuffs, and make sure that you keep your pecs stuck out, your shoulder blades retracted, so you get more pec involvement and less delta and tricep involvement. And again, what did we do, 3 sets? That of around, I don't know, 15-20 reps or something like that. Always keeping the volume relatively high. We want to keep putting the blood into the muscle, recruiting the type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers, and really stretching that fascia so we can get that good contraction. So after that, we did 3 sets of the incline press on the machine. It was a machine that I hadn't really come across, so whenever you go to a gym and you see a new machine, it kind of entices you into it and you want to abuse it. So that's what we did for 3 sets. We abused that son of a bitch. But it felt good. Didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, I did. And then following that, we went to the push-ups then, didn't we? Did we go to the push-ups? Yeah, we went to the push-ups.
Yep, we did.
So we got a couple of beautiful Reebok steps from our earlier class, the Reebok pump class, and then we did push-ups at a deficit. So what I mean by a deficit, we had our hands placed upon the steps, so we had to travel another good 2 or 3 inches than you normally would. However, my chest is that big, it just didn't feel like a deficit at all. Before I knew it, my saggy boobs were touching the floor, and then I pushed back up. But you laugh now, it's true. You didn't have that problem then, it's just me. So it happens as you get a little bit older, gravity takes over. And so we paused at the bottom there for about a 2-second count and then exploded up. And with the chest muscle, particularly, same as legs, I feel that this is a muscle that requires explosive movement. You know, you think about it, you naturally punch with these muscles, and it requires a lot more of an explosive action for it to recruit. That's what I think, anyway.
Absolutely.
Works for me. And so we did that. We paused at the bottom, pushed at the top, and again, what do we do, about 10 repetitions, and then when we couldn't do any more, we dropped to our knees, and then we just went to absolute failure. Failure meaning just could not do another rep even if our lives depended on it. The final exercise that we did was on a side raise machine, but I noticed that with the front like support was a bit of an incline, so decided to actually flip that around and become very creative and use that as like an incline fly movement, and I was really impressed with myself.
I would have never thought of that ever.
Nah, see? That's what I'm for. Yeah,
Genius.
genius.
Right here.
So I'm full of these great ideas in the gym. As soon as I come outside, it just falls to the floor. That's why I spend most of my time in the gym. But it's good. We got 3 sets out of that. It's a great way to finish off. You know, got a good pump out of it, and I feel that we got a really good chest workout.
Definitely did.
Any added benefits that you thought from doing a workout like that?
I just really liked how you focused, or you had me focus a lot on being really explosive. Like I felt like that really made it 10 times harder, like especially with the cables, when you would have me explode up and then slowly go down, it just makes you concentrate a lot harder. So it was nice to have that reminder to just, instead of just thinking of getting the next rep in, like really focusing on every single rep that you're doing and doing it with a purpose.
Do you know what we say around these parts?
What?
We don't count the reps, we make the reps count.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. and there was a bit of variety in there as well, that we weren't just sticking to the machines or the
body
barbells.
weight was
we
good.
did body weight, yeah. So we flipped things up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it was definitely nice to like not go in there and think, okay, I need to do this machine, this machine, this machine. It was just nice to really like completely change it up and shock the body.
Yeah, cool.
Good workout. I'll be nice and sore tomorrow.
That's how it's supposed to be, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, inviting me. It was awesome to catch back up with you guys.
Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Give it up. Thank you.
Hey guys, so if you like this video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to our channel.